So I know my last video here at Prince Gallitzin State Park was over on Hughes Trail, and I made mention of having a plan, sharing it with someone. Well, some of the best adventures don't have a plan, or the plan changes, which, thanks to having a son who wanted to play on a playground, we're going a different way. So we're now on Muskrat Beach Trail, which is a service road once again, but as you can see, there was no gate for you overland folk. There was a sign that said no vehicular use. So gates don't always show that vehicles can't go. Sometimes you got to watch the signs. Another disc golf hole here. Some more down trees. Not many pines or evergreens or whatever words you want to use for them over this section. Got a few birds chirping in our ear. Here we'll take a better, closer look at the concrete tee pad for the disc golf. This would be number 11. This area here has some geocaches if you're into that. Not sure if the orienteering course comes over this far with the expert section or not. Although I think I see. I may be wrong, but I think I see. One of the markers. Alright, so here's Muskrat Beach Trail. I guess apparently the map. So we want to get to Plessinger Trail, 0.3 miles. So this is the way we're going to go. That's the sign for Muskrat Beach Trail. Half mile one way, not even sure what that means. It's a hiking trail. Not sure what the blue color means, if it means anything special. So, looks like Muskrat Beach Trail is a bluish blaze. Pretty faded. It also is an access road, or continues as an access road. So these are interesting. Showing the intersection here. Well, if I can get this camera to go where I want it. So they're on the post sideways. I apologize for this. I guess I can try to turn. Nope, the camera will not let me. So Muskrat Beach Trail goes that way. Plessinger Trail goes that way. It'll be 0.1 mile the trailhead and 0.2 miles. So we're going to go this way. For some reason, memory is escaping me, but I do think the orienteering course did come over here. Anyways, I have a video for that. My son and I did that one day. The beginner course for the orienteering course you can do with just the map. If you have a compass, that's all the better. Practice makes perfect. Excuse me. Coming up on some standing water and an open field. I do believe, excuse me again, those orange intersection are for snowmobilers, because I do believe Plessinger Trail is for snowmobilers. So this pretty much sums it up for you. Plessinger Trail, go across the field. And yes, this is definitely for the snowmobilers. You can see this telling you to go there. You can see that one. This actually says cross country trail. So that would be for your cross-country skiers, which are like non-motorized snowmobiles. Got this big open field. If you want to come up here and play frisbees. I was just going to say fly kites, but power line's there. So, I mean, I guess if you're over in this section, some more standing water, which very well could be one of my favorite things, a vernal pool. Obviously, there's always a chance you could see some tadpoles if this continues to stay wet. So had my son not given us the park detour, we would have been over here on this road and would have come up here, and we would have skipped walking across this very wet, soggy field. But nothing's fun unless you get dirty, right? Once again, this here telling you to go this way. This one here telling you to stay to the right. You know, when this is a blanket of white, you wouldn't really know where the trail is. There's definitely a lot of places where you could think it would go. So we got a stop sign here. Prince Gallitzin State Park, for anyone that is a snowmobiler, does have quite a few miles of snowmobile trails. Of course, you'll be expected to follow signs, to include stop signs. So this is the access road we would have come up on. We would have come up from down there and then made this right. But we had a detour to the playground. Now, interestingly, we got a notice here that says this is closed to snowmobiles. So, while you always got to read the map designations for trails, so you know where you're at, what you're allowed to do. I've very rarely ever seen a trail that you were not allowed to hike on. They do exist. All right, so we got here. It's telling me to go to my right. Interesting. Back to what I was saying, usually it'll be if it's a horseback only trail or a mountain bike only trail. They really don't want hikers on there because obviously the bikes are going much faster than a hiker. Horses, a lot of times, you know, they don't want mountain bikes on the horse trails because they are scare of the horses. So you always got to be considerate of all the different people. Another cutout for a disc golf.